Hello YouTube, what's going on? It's boy Doge. Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the beautiful Hawk T1 of Red Arrow as Red 1. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications, follow me on my social medias, link is in the description. And let's get on it. Today we might be joined by Red 6 later on, but we might not, I have no idea, but we're just going to have to carry on playing and see. I'm going to load up Discord on my phone so I can still text while it's actually flying at the same time. Okay. So I should be in voice chat, but I don't really know, to be honest, if I am or not. Hey ho, if I'm not, I'm not, but we're just going to carry on going like this. And then we're going to do stop here. So how the red arrows take off when in formation is basically very easy. What they do, red one would say flaps down one, go, so you'll click H and there's the flaps, you can see them going up and down there. So altogether this has 3 flaps. You only need 1 for takeoff, unless you've got crosswind where you might need more. After that, the red one would say rolling, 5%, go. So you'll go to 5% and then it'll say 10%, go. You get to 10% throttle, then it'll say 20% throttle, go. Then you'll go 20, and then the red one would say 30%, go. And then once you get 30, that is your V1, so you'll go, red one will go V1, rotate, pulling up. Once you do that, all of the reds will go airborne. Then you would say positive rate, gears coming up, flaps coming up. So as you've done that, you would now just increase your altitude to a reasonable altitude ready for your display or air show or wherever you're heading to. At the moment we're just going to be cruising at 1,000 feet, just so you guys get a brief idea of how reds would turn and all of that stuff whilst doing a solo flight. Now, solo flight is pretty easy, as actually in a formation. But red one doesn't have to do much in formations apart from do commands and turn the other aircraft. That's easy, but the other reds have to do more. They have to keep their throttle up and down while doing exactly the same thing. So now I'm going to go over here, and now I'm going to, then it would say reds level go and hold go. When he says hold go, red one would hold, whilst all of the other reds do not hold, but they stay in the formation to try and keep it. Now, hello? Oh. Yeah, I'm recording a YouTube video right now. So once the reds have done that, he will descend to a reasonable speed and a reasonable level, ready for his first maneuver. Then the red one would say smoke prime, which is white smoke as part of EMID. If it was Egypto, it will be smoke prime, which is blue smoke. Then he'll say smoke colour on to all of the reds. Then they would put the smoke colour on, whatever colour that is, red or blue. Apart from that, you would go to advanced mode, and you would go white, and then red 6 and 7 would perform the tornado. The tornado is where you spin around EMID and the rest of Egypto, as only 6 and 7 perform tornado. Tornado has been in the Red Arrows for a couple of years now, as it was one of their first moves that they created when Red Arrows was formed back in the 1900s. Once Red Arrows was designed, Tornado was one of the most extreme maneuvers. Now it is the Boomerang, which is a new one this year. Boomerang is also performed by 6 and 7 on Egypto as a synchro pair. Now what the red one would do, he would perform the aircraft to a left and bank, ready for the next maneuver, vertical brake. Vertical brake is when you excessively pull your aircraft upwards in a vertical position and flip over to perform the brake. Red one would say smoke colours on, so it would look a bit like this. Then red one would say smoke colours go. Smoke colours would change, the aircraft would flip over, and the red one would say brake, brake, go. You have some aircraft braking to the left and some aircraft braking to the right as part of Emid and Egypto. Emid and Egypto both perform vertical brake as you need blue and red smoke, and only Egypto is allowed to do that. Emid has to keep white smoke most of the time in the display, but some moves require other smokes. As red one in PTFS, it is one of the hardest things to actually do and commence. The red one in PTFS isn't the easiest thing, but also is. The reason being is doing all the commands whilst trying to fly a plane at the same time. The next move he will commence would be the Egypto Pass, which is also, yet again, by the synchro pair Red 6 and Red 7. Red 6 and 7 would then go head on a runway direction, or if it was grass, they would go head on within the crowd line. Once they go head on with smoke prime, which is white, they would then perform 45 degrees nose up, then smoke off, and then decreasing to in a reasonable speed, ready for Vixen brake. And as you can see, we are now joined by Red 6, the synchro leader and Egypto leader. Red 6 are currently to the right of us, and as you can hear, you can see him just saying hello in the voice chat there. So welcome Red 6. So this is our normal formation. This is called Vixen Formation. You will have all 9 aircraft on each side of the wings. So this is standard Red Arrow formation, as Red Arrows will perform Vixen Formation, ready for their opening ceremony. When the Red Arrows first come to start their display, they always fly over, going straight into the vertical brake, or they either do straight in, going left turn. They always go over the crowd line, as they have access to go over the crowd line, and no other aerobatic team or jet is allowed to go over the crowd line apart from the Red Arrows, as they are highly professionally trained. So is the other people, but Red Arrows have access and authorized permission to do that. As that is a fact from Red Arrows will always go over the crowd line when starting an airshow. It is very rare and common you would not see the Red Arrows go over the crowd line, as they will sneak up behind you when you're not expecting the Reds to go over you. Red 1 will now lead the aircraft into the Tornado. So now what we're going to do is go bank right, but we don't go straight right and do a sharp right. We only go a little bit, so around 45-35 degrees, like this. Red 1, banking right. Reds, bank right. Now go. Once you're in a perfect banking position, Red 1 would now say hold bank, which means you hold the bank and don't go any further than this. If he says bank further, you would bank further and decrease and not hold the bank. Red 1 would now tell the aircraft to level out by going level out, go. Now he will hold the aircraft, as Red 6 doesn't hold aircraft, as it will go left and right and drift out of the formation. That is the hard thing of being in a formation, but once you get trained and once you do it a lot, it's very easy. So now we're going to perform Tornado, and you will actually see what Tornado is than me just doing a spiral around literally nothing. So yeah, 6 and 7, as I said, would do this around Emmet and Egypto with their red, white and blue smoke. You got Red 6, he will be on red smoke, whilst Red 7 is on blue smoke, doing twists around. Red 1 would say Red 6, 7, roll when ready to roll. Red 6 is not in charge of roll in Tornado. Only Red 1 is, as you are flying over Emmet and Egypto. Red 1 is the head of the red arrows and will always be, apart from Red 6, which is the leader of Egypto, but can also help Red 1 if needed. So say if Red 1 cannot make it to an air show, Red 6 would then be in charge. And Red Smoke Prime, go. Red's Smoke Color, go. Red 6, roll, now, go. So the first roll when doing the Tornado is very hard, but as you can see, this is what Tornado looks like. And once we turn back around, you would actually see what Tornado looks like. It is literally just a spiral around smoke. It's one of the hardest things to do in PTFS, as it requires a lot of rudder and a lot of concentration. Once they do that, they will normally perform Detonator. Detonator is a move where all of the reds break off at once and Egypto gets ready for their synchro maneuvers. Reds, smoke off, go. Set smoke prime, go. Normally all of this talking is held by Red 10 once doing the air shows and displays, as Red 10 would then do commentary of what the aircraft will be doing in the air show and display. He would also be giving facts about how the red arrows joined, as in PTFS, and how many years or months or weeks the Reds had joined the team. Red 10 has a very, very hard job of doing the commentary to make it very nice for the public. Red's leveling, no. Go. Holding, go. So now we're going to do our classic formations and moves for you guys to witness what it's like of being in a PTFS aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. I hope you enjoy, and this has been Holdoge. Let's get going. Reds, smoke on, go. Reds, smoke color, go. Vixen break. Reds, break, break, go. Reds, smoke off, go. And I'm getting text by my girlfriend, guys, so yeah, I'm kind of texting at the same time. Alright, anyway. So now what would happen once they do that move? They would now say rejoin formation or something to do with that lines. It would either be Vixen Formation so now I would say Vixen Formation, rejoin, go. That instructs all of the reds to get back into the formation that they were in last time, unless it was Diamond Formation. This is Vixen Formation now. So this was exactly the same formation that you would have seen. And now we have Tower online. Unfortunately, he's not in voice chat, and I'm not contacting him via chat, because quite frankly, I can't be bothered. And I would like to concentrate on what I'm doing. Red, banking left, now, go. Holding bank. Red's leveling, now, go. Holding, now, go. Now, we're going to commence vertical break. As we on the rest of the team are still training, we will not be forming any public displays, as this is just training, and this is not a public display where we do everything. And every single move. Although I'm still training the rest of the team. I've had quite a lot of experience as I've been in the Red 6, as you all know, as I put a video on my YouTube channel of me flying in formation. And Red's descending, now, go. Let's smoke prime. The red's leveling, now, go. Red's smoke on, go. Red's vertical break. Red's pulling up, Now, go. Smoke colours, go. Call me back down. Break, break, go. Smoke off, go. As I say, that is one of the hardest moves that PTFS Red Arrows can do, as it's very hard to stay in formation, as you saw there. Doing that is better to do it in first person and advanced, as there's a tip for you if you guys want to join Red Arrows. There'll be a link in the description if you'd like to join the team and get to become a trainee. Oh shit. So now I am going to perform Egypto Pass with Red 6. As Red 6 needs to learn this move very well, as it's one of the moves he will be leading as synchro pair. So this move requires to keep him in contact when Red 1, but aka Red 7, is ready with Red 6. So you'll have one of the aircraft on the other end of exactly the same runway, but one on the center line and one right of the center line. They will then require to go head on with each other at 30% throttle, 185 knots, at 200 feet. Red 1, ready. Roger that. Red 1, and through one more. Smoke prime, go. Red's pulling up. Smoke off, go. So that is a Egypto Pass. Okay, now, there's two ways you can land in the Red Arrows. You can do the classic old original landing brake that Reds normally do every single time they come in for landing. Or, if they can't do landing brake, they would land in formation. Red 1 has to make the decision if he should land in formation or do landing brake. As is our first ever time recording in our new group, we will do landing brake. Landing brake requires that you stay on the runway in the center line. Red 1 is always on the center line when it comes to landing brake. Then Red 1 would call you a red number if it's 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. He would call his own number out first, all the way down to 9. Then once you do that, you would put then Red 1 would say your number. So say your number was Red 2, he would say Red 2, pull up now. So that means pulling up, and then you would brake. Once you finish that, you'll then call all of the other numbers, do exactly the same, pull up, brake, go like that, to each 9 of the aircraft. Then, on here, we will decrease to 20% throttle with our flaps down and gears down. Today we'll be landing at Greater Rockford International Airport 36 left via landing brake. Landing formation requires more skill as you have to try and stay in formation whilst landing and on final. It is very hard to commence. Red 1 on center line, ready for landing brake. Red 1's ready for landing brake. Roger that. Red 1, pull up, now brake. Go. Red 6, pull up, now brake, go. Now we level our aircraft out in single file line. Decrease of speed to 20% with the gears down and flaps on, except. Then you would turn advanced off unless you are doing crosswinds. Red 1 turning around for final approach, runway 36 left. Red 1 on final. Roger that. I'm a bit high to be honest. Descend rapidly. Red 1 short final. 36 left. Touchdown at Red 1. And flaps up. Vacating Delta 1 Red 1. Vacating to Echo 4 to Foxtrot. Red 1 to fuel. And for some reason we always like to stay in formation whilst getting fuel. Yeah. No, if you need a ritual, mate, you need to do this. Red 1 taxi into parking. Fire Foxtrot. Reds, just be advised of the Air France 1082. Just be advised, Reds, we're about to get sucked into Speedbird 241413's engine. Red 1's dead. And boom. Red 1 parked up. Ears. Alright guys, thank you for watching this YouTube video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and post notifications. Just follow my social medias, link in the description, and to join the PTFS Red Arrows. Link is also in the description. Thank you very much to Red 6 dancing in the background for helping me with this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been your boy Hollywood. Peace out. Bye guys.